next guest that we're going to have up. CARFAX, been a fantastic partner. This is their 5th season with MIS. They started off with the Nationwide Series, and now they have the whole weekend in August, Show Me the CARFAX race weekend. And it's wonderful to have Larry Gamache here. You're Director of Communications, is that correct, Larry?
That is. How are you?
I'm doing great, Larry. Larry is, well, I'll just let Larry speak for himself.
No, I don't know what to add. We covered many things, but CARFAX is really pleased to be starting our 5th year here with Michigan International Speedway. As many of you know, Michigan is very dear to the heart of CARFAX, being the home of the American automobile, and also, you know, the leadership that Roger has provided that resonates with Michigan's commitment to renewable energy sources and the technologies of the 21st century. You know, we're really proud that we had the first carbon neutral race. Roger was very supportive of that, and every year, 3 years ago, and every year we offset the carbon footprint of the entire race weekend through the Conservation Fund, and that's been a great partnership for us. I've planted a few trees and have brought a few out to the track, so big part of what we do here in Michigan. We're really proud of it.
You were gracious enough to give me one. I have a cherry tree in my front yard, thanks to you, Larry.
A weeping cherry tree, I believe.
Yes, it doesn't bear fruit.
Sorry.
I do have to ask, because you mentioned we started this 3 years ago, and that was kind of maybe before. I mean, NASCAR certainly was green back then with their recycling efforts, but so much more momentum has picked up in the last couple of years. How do you feel now that you, having been one of the original green partners, I guess, in the sport, and do something as unique as you did? I know you got to be pleased, but what do you think is next?
Well, we think that what's next is helping consumers find vehicles that are lower emission, find the vehicles that are the best value for them, and helping Michigan embrace these new technologies. I know Governor Braun recently announced a major investment in battery development here in Michigan, and these are really positive signs that Michigan, Michigan, which has been struggling for years. I mean, it is no secret that Michigan was one of the first states in the United States to feel the impacts of the current economic recession, and we're really hopeful that Michigan will be, a forerunner of America's resurgence in the 21st century.
Can you speak just briefly on this too? Because I say this every time that I talk to you, Larry. You guys do such a great job activating your partnership. You don't just put up billboards and count how much exposure you got. You really, on all levels, use your partnership to really grow your business.
Well, Michigan International Speedway is important to us because it's Michigan, but it's become important to the 29,000 dealers around the United States, automotive dealers around the United States, the small businesses that really drive communities, from Maine to California. And we give them the opportunity to tap into the excitement that is NASCAR. It seems like August is so far away, but we'll be starting in a few weeks at Daytona, and for the next 6 weeks, we'll be giving our dealer customers and the millions of consumers that come to our website opportunities to engage in what's happening here at Michigan International Speedway. And I think you know this, but if you don't, surprise. But CARFAX, we're a national advertiser, and we're currently developing one of a significant part of our ad campaign. We'll be promoting the fact that the Show Me the CARFAX race weekend occurs here at Michigan International Speedway, and encouraging people from all over to both tune in and to attend the race. So we hope we can contribute to the economic development of this area of the state.
My only question is, the CARFAX in the spot?
The CARFAX is in the spot.
Okay.
The CARFAX will be at the track. Roger's one of the biggest Facebook followers of CARFAX, so he stalks the CARFAX.
Yes, we're going to bring the CARFAX up on stage.
Roger knows I brought Roger many ideas for what he could do with the track in the off-season. One being a roller coaster that encircles the track, and that didn't go very far. a water park, which I thought would be great, but that didn't go very far. But now, you know, you have an area called the farm, right? And, you know, maybe that's a good place to raise cows for Helen.
There you go.
Excellent resource for the off-season.
You're great at connecting dots.
I am. I try. Thank you, Roger. And thank you, everybody. And please come out both in June and August. I look forward to seeing you all there. And I have to mention, you know, Chad got so many name drops. I got to say, you know, it wouldn't be possible for us to do what we do without Josh Burgett and your entire team. But, you know, Josh Burgett has to put up with me for 364 days of the year. So big round of applause for Josh Burgett.
I want to take a few minutes before we bring AJ and Colin up to just share a couple more key initiatives. I mentioned the X Prize earlier. I hope everyone heard that announcement a couple weeks ago that the Progressive Automotive X Prize will be at MIS. That is the $10 million to a team that can develop a 100-mile-per-gallon equivalent car and show that it is roadworthy both on highway and street. And they'll be doing all their road testing, their proving ground testing out at MIS this summer, so we're excited about that. I believe there's about 42 teams so far that are still qualified from 10 countries, and they'll be out here in Michigan, and huge economic impact and tremendous publicity with that. Also want to mention our new MIS Cares. That is our charitable foundation that we just started at the tail end of last year. And it is underway and already donating some significant amounts of money to charities out there. So I'm pleased that we're doing that, and I'm going to announce that our fundraiser this year is going to be a hell of a good Fish Your Bass Off tournament. It's going to be Thursday, August the 12th. Yeah, for those of you finally catching all that, you can fish your bass off, yes. Again, that's August the 12th, that's Thursday, Jerry's Pub. If you're familiar with Jerry's Pub, it's not too far from the track. And that's going to be from 5 to 8, so it's evening fishing. And we'll have dinner and an auction afterwards. So that's our Fishing Your Bass Off. And then our green initiatives, which I mentioned, we'll continue to do those this year. We're very pleased and mentioned the solar panels. And I want to just mention that we're also exploring wind. And I would guess that probably here in the next year and a half, you'll see some wind turbines out at the track, hopefully. We're taking a look at that now. So anyways, we're very excited about that. Also, now I want to bring up the drivers. Obviously, without those guys going around the track and doing the things that they do, we wouldn't be here. And again, I mentioned earlier how wonderful it is that they take time out of their schedule to come here and help us. We've got Colin, Braun, and AJ Allmendinger. Guys, if you want to come on up. Colin, as I mentioned earlier, is the defending winner at the truck race, and he's going to go full-time nationwide with Jack Roush. And with Conway Freight as your partner. Conway's out here today, right? Yes. Conway folks. Awesome.
Hey, Patrick.
Another Michigan company, so we're pleased to have you here. And you've got a lot going on with the big move. What's that like?
Well, it's good, you know. So far, we're having a lot of fun. I'm really excited to drive that number 16 Ford Fusion car next year. You know, and to have Conway Freight step up from the truck series and become sponsor of the nationwide car is obviously exciting too. So, you know, it's neat because the group that I'm driving for has been racing the nationwide series for the last 2 or 3 years. So they got a lot of experience. They've worked together for quite a few years. They really know each other. And so I guess I'm the new kid to work with everybody and get to know everybody. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, I know Michigan will be one of the 4 tracks that the new nationwide car, are they calling that COT as well?
No, I think it's just new nationwide car.
Just new nationwide car. NNC. Okay. It's the NNC. All right. That's one of 4 races. Do you have any built yet, or do you know where that's going to go? No, any testing yet?
We've actually got a couple built back in the shop. We've got a chance to go test in Talladega the Monday after the Talladega race in the fall. So we've done a little bit of testing with those cars, and certainly those guys are back at the shop getting those prepared. I've seen them back in there. They're working on them. I don't know what they're doing, but they've been sitting there.